Hope everyone's having a great day. My name's Cable Cold Iron. I'm not here to spread fear. I'm just trying to bring awareness to these three major events that I've been keeping an eye on. Okay, the first thing that I'm looking at is the overseas U.S. Iran conflict that's going to result in higher everyday prices and higher inflation. And then the next thing I'm looking at is AI and its disruption and effects to the job market. And then lastly is more long-term, the U.S. debt crisis that we're heading into and resulting in the same problem as the first one, higher prices and having to combat inflation. Our finances is what's going to be taking the hit. At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how I'm preparing myself. Very first thing is the conflict between the U.S. and Iran and having it result in the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, causing, global trade and energy to be hit hard. With the strait being closed, it's going to reduce the supply of oil, fertilizer, sulfur, and many other resources that the world needs to run. It's going to be affecting transportation, manufacturing, and food production, all going to result in higher prices on the shelves. All of this is going to be passed on to the consumer, you and me. We're going to have to pay, higher prices on groceries, fuel, and everyday essentials are going to be hit by inflation, and it's going to be stretching our budgets even more than it already is. So that's why I'm preparing myself. The second thing I'm watching is AI. I'm not an expert on it, but I think it'd be a mistake to ignore it. It's changing and shaping the whole environment of the job market. Some jobs will be replaced and entirely new ones will be created. I don't think it'll happen all at once, but it's happening faster than everyone thinks. The ones who pay attention, the ones who choose to learn and adapt to this new technology, they're going to be the ones benefiting from this, and they're going to be much better off than the ones who choose to ignore it. That's why I'm choosing to adapt and to build new skills to this new environment that we're in. And the last thing that I'm paying attention to is the long-term U.S. debt crisis that we're heading into if nothing changes. Right now, we're in $39 trillion in debt, and it's the second most expensive thing that we have on the federal budget right now. It costs more than what we're spending for the military. If we continue down this road, the Federal Reserve is going to have to step in and print more money to pay off the interest of our debt, causing more inflation and higher prices, just like the conflict over in Iran. Now, I'm not saying that I know how this is going to play out, how bad it's going to be, or maybe it's not going to be bad, but it's one of the reasons that I'm taking my personal finances seriously. Those are the three things that I'm paying attention to that are going to affect prices, inflation, and just volatility in everyday life that are going to require people to learn and adapt, to pick up new skills. And so let's get into how I'm going to be personally preparing for this. I'm going to start off with building my emergency savings to 3 to 6 months. 3 to 6 months of expenses are going to be saved, put to the side just for emergencies. That way I'm covered and I'm not forced to sell any kind of investments or be in a position that I don't want to be in. And then I'm going to be reducing any unnecessary spending, trying to save as much as possible and be able to invest that excess income that I have into scarce assets, whether it's stocks, metals, Bitcoin, anything that's going to benefit from inflation and money printing. I've been working on developing my skills and my ability to adapt and to learn, trying to stretch out into new income streams. That way I can be self-reliant and not have to worry about getting laid off or anything like that. No matter how bad things do or do not get, all of this is going to help me better myself and put me in a better situation than I was the day before. I can't control what happens in the world or what Washington decides to do, but I do have control over my actions, my finances, and my health, and how prepared I am. Even though this may not be a big issue in the future, I choose to spend my time becoming more capable than pretending challenges ahead don't exist. Thank you for watching the video. I encourage anyone to prepare, to protect themselves, and just to grow.